Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Growing Orchids in Jamaica. I went on a little vacation just for a few days, and of course I left my garden and I am now back. And so guys, if you want to see what I found in my garden or how I found my garden now that I've returned, just stay tuned. So guys, immediately after I returned from my vacation, I became ill. I tell you, it was not a good experience, but I am grateful to be here. Let me just say thanks to all of you who have supported me during this time. I really appreciated it. And let me tell you, it is so good to be back. Okay guys, when I left for my vacation, there were some things that were in bloom and some that were not in bloom. And this is one of them that was not in bloom. And looky here how beautiful that one is. I think I have an ID here. Just let me find it and show you exactly what it is. It's a Mokara and crossed with the Oscar Center dog horn. Yes, and it's not such a big and healthy plant, but it's doing its thing. I perhaps will cut the bloom off because I'm seeing here where the plant itself looks like it is actually struggling. Yes, so I found that in bloom in this little part of my garden, and this is one of the shark one pink. Yes, so this is another one that's blooming in my garden now that I have returned. I have a few more that I'm gonna show you, so just stay tuned. All right, this Waranara Boon Rub, it is just such an awesome plant. Look how beautiful it is. Yes guys, it is just so beautiful, putting on this splendid show. I tell you, this plant is an ever bloomer, always in bloom. And if you notice here, while this one still has quite a number of buds at the top here to come out, it is sending out a new spike right here as well. So it constantly in bloom, and I just love this one guys. All right, and look what is happening here. This one was not in bloom when I left here, and there it is. The ID has been rubbed off, so I'm gonna have to check the catalog to see exactly what it is and relabel it. But that's a beautiful Mokara which was not in bloom when I left to go on my vacation, and I'm so happy guys that it is now in bloom. This is another one that I tell you, whenever it blooms, it just puts on this splendid show guys. All right, I'm not seeing the ID for it, but it is such a gorgeous one. If I see the ID, I will definitely identify it for you. And this one here is the Aranda Multi-Shade Red. Yes, the Aranda Multi-Shade Red. And it's also another beautiful one that I have here blooming in this area in my garden. Let's go to the tower guys, because there are some new ones that are blooming on the tower. And let me just highlight, let me zero in on this one. It's the Fuse Harvest Moon crossed with the Go and Chia Long. Yes guys, isn't that awesome? Look how beautiful that one is. Oh my lord, look at this other one up here. Oh dear me, isn't it a beautiful one? Yes, and this is one of the other ones that I came back and found blooming on the tower. I have a number of other spikes coming out. If you notice here, they were on our Tango fire, but it's just spiking right now. Okay, and let's continue to look on the tower at this one here, which is the Vanda Blue Boy. And look at that Aska Centrum up there doing its little thing. And of course, this blue gauze. I think this is the second time that this one is blooming for me. And isn't it an awesome one, guys? Just look at that. Look at the formation of the pattern in the flower. Isn't that just awesome? Yes, so you can imagine how happy I am coming back and finding these in bloom. All right, so this one was actually in bloom before I left, but I'm actually now losing some of the flower, if you notice. Yes, guys, so these are some of the things that I have found blooming for me when I return from my vacation. And of course, I am excited about them, and so I am also showing them to you. In this bed here, I have done up this cylindrical tower for some time now, and this one is actually blooming for me for the first time. Just look at it. I have also lost the ID, and as I explained before what happened, the tags, when you get them, the water tends to get on the inside of it, and then it erases all that was on the tag. But because of where I buy them, I sometimes get a catalog with them, and so there are times when I'm able to go back to the catalog and identify them and then relabel. So I'm hoping I'll be able to relabel this one because it is a first time bloomer and I am really loving it. I love the spots, I love the pattern, I just love everything about this one. Yes, guys, so you can imagine I'm back as a happy grower. Yes. Well, looky here. I decided to mount this one on here, and now I'm back. It's opened. Yes, guys, so this is actually my first mounted Cattleya, and it's the first time I'm getting it to bloom for me actually on a mount. Yes, not sure what's happening here with this Cymbidium, but when I left it was not in bloom, but it had on a spike. But I noticed that some are opening up and some are not from the bottom of the stem, so I'm not quite sure what is happening, but nevertheless it's a beautiful one. I don't have the ID for it, but I normally just love having my Cymbidium orchids in bloom, and it actually has on 2 spikes, so I'm hoping that the other spike will actually come out quite normal. The flowers are looking quite well, but somehow they usually start opening from the bottom of the stem, but somehow that is not the case in this one, so I'm not sure why, but it is what it is, and nevertheless it is still a beautiful one. This is another one, guys, that was not blooming before I left here. It actually just had on the spike and now it is opened. Yes, guys, look at it, how beautiful it is. It is just so rich in color and has this velvety look. Oh my God, isn't it a beautiful one? Oh my God, quite beautiful. Yes, guys. Here's another one that I am back and found in bloom. This is actually one of those Oncidium orchids, more like one of the Pulmonara. Yes, guys, and this one was not opened when I left, but I am seeing here where a number of them are opening up. Yes, and I am so happy to see that upon my return. Just look at this one peeping out at me through the leaves of the others. Yes, it's a Phalaenopsis orchid, guys, and this is another one that actually was not in bloom when I left, but now I'm back. It is in bloom, and isn't it a gorgeous one? Oh yes, it is. And the plants are a bit dry, and so the first thing I'm gonna have to do, I'm not gonna do it this afternoon because I don't want them to go to bed with wet feet, and so the first thing I'll do in the morning is shower them. Yes, guys. Oh, this one, my lava burst. It was not fully opened before I left, but now more and most of the flowers are actually opened. Yes, guys, this is a small one, but it's such a beautiful one. I've noticed where persons have actually mounted it, and I believe that is what I'm going to be doing with it once it has bloomed off. It actually has another spike coming up there. It's really a small plant, and I'm gonna see what I can do to really get it to become big and bunchy. Yes. So guys, I wasn't here to actually remove the dead flower or the dried up flower or to water them as much as I would water them, and we are in the summer. But nevertheless, they survive, and I am so happy for that. I could not end this video without actually showing you this Tolumnia, guys. This is one of my most faithful Tolumnia orchids that I have here. I have recently repotted them. I've potted them now into these mesh baskets with charcoal, lava rock, a bit of coconut husk. Actually, I've bought the mix like that. I have now put them in this, just hoping that they will actually make some change since I have them hanging here. And of course, this one constantly blooms for me. I had it mounted before, but I don't think it really was doing as well as I wanted it to do on the mount, and so I've repotted it. And if you notice here, it's even sending out more blooms down here. So this is actually a rebloom from an old spike. Yes, guys, so this is what is taking place, and this is what I have found upon my return from my vacation. Yes. Yes, guys, so if you enjoy seeing what I found when I returned from my vacation, just give me a thumbs up. And so you never miss another video, please subscribe to my channel. And as we say in Jamaica, just follow back at me. This is the Orchid Dog, and I am growing orchids in Manchester, Jamaica.